Yeah, he's a fat one, isn't he? Just ate that spoon, slow rolling. Drop him in. I think that's our 6th in the well. Yeah, fat little fella. Just a little short cast out there. So with the spoon, you can fish it a little bit like a tail spinner. I'm just going to sink that down. They sink fast. The 20 gram version is very fast to get to the bottom, and it stays down nice and deep, which makes it perfect for slow rolling or even trolling on your, you can troll on your outboard or your electric with these. So long as you're trolling under about 5k an hour, it's got a nice action. Just swims rather than spins. A lot of spoons will spin, whereas the hot bite spoons, they actually have a nice swimming action. So they go side to side and swim, and not a strong vibrating action, but enough to feel it in your rod tip. So it just makes it a little bit of a different presentation, different to a tail spinner, which has got a different vibration, different to a blade. So it's a totally different vibration, something that the bass aren't used to, which is probably why they're so effective. So you can just slow roll, just like that, and that lure's just swimming down there nicely. And then I just open up. With these particular spoons, they have a really nice action. As they drop, they kind of do these ones. Adam's on a tail spinner, he's just fishing the jets. That's pretty cool. We're just sort of getting to compare what's working the best, and everything's catching fish today, getting bites on the spoons and on the tail spinners. Not on plastics, but it's pretty interesting. Everything's coming on reaction lures. The reaction baits are smashing it today. Looks like a nice fish, Krautsy. That's a chunky one. That's a proper bass, mate. That's the fish of the day nearly, I think. Nice. There's one. Just on a slow roll again, nice and slow. Just roll on that spoon. Great strike. Oh, here he goes, head down. Might be a bit better than I first thought. So the hot bite spoons, or any spoon for that matter, are good on the schooling bass. And that's why we call them the gangbanger, because you can really bang those fish when they're in the schools. And it's another nice bass, this one. Whoa. So we'll get this far in and let him go, and we'll have a look at the retrieve that we're using. Thanks, Krautsy. Whoop. If I get him in without busting him off on a prop down here. He's playing up. All taken on the back hook today, but I'm also running an assist hook on the front. That's optional, but a lot of the fish, especially when they're tapping at them, they're going to take that back hook just like that one's eating it there. So just on the outside of the gob. Another nice little bass. We'll pop him back. And we'll give that another go. Oh, I was going to show you how you actually do it there, but I left that lure sit on the bottom while I was watching Krautsy hook his fish, and then first wind it actually got eaten. As soon as I lifted it off the bottom with the first wind coming up, bang. Here's my big net. So today I'm just running an assist hook on the front of that lure, and that one's actually been picked up on the assist hook, so they don't always take it on the back. Nice little bass. I'll pop him back and see if I can actually show you that retrieve this time. There's the bottom, the line stops coming off the reel. Then I'm just going to go into a slow roll, just swim that spoon. Depending on how high your fish are up the bottom, sort of depends how many winds you'd take on that, but they do stay down nice and deep. So I'll just open back up, drop back to the bottom. A few of the bites have been coming as we're dropping back down. That was about 6 to 10 feet off the bottom there. And then just slow rolling it back again for a few turns. Drop it back to bottom. You don't want to wind too far up above the fish, you want to keep it in them. So just sort of concentrate on where you think that lure is in relation to the fish on your sounder. The other way you can fish your gangbanger spoons is just to hop them through the fish. At the moment we've got quite a few close to the boat there, so I'm getting fairly close to the boat. I'm just going to hop it, big high rod lifts, just like you would with a tail spinner, and just looking for that bite on the drop. Drop it back down, stay in contact, just letting it free fall, but I'm following it back down with that rod tip, so I'm almost tight to the lure so I can feel the bite if it happens. And no bite, so I'm just going to roll up through those fish. And there we go, just on the roll. Oh, I've pulled out of him, so I'm going to drop back. See if another one, oh, one had a go at it.
I got him on the tail.
Step the bend, catching them. There's one on the slow roll. Ooh, listen to this one go. That's a proper one. He must have went down, pushed him down. Oh, 2 wines. There's an active little patch over there, boys. Oh, sometimes they eat it like they want it, don't they? Same as last time, as soon as I started winding, they had a whack. Nice bass on the spoon. Whoa, spoon fed bass, got to be every bit of 50, that one. Pop him in a well for a photo later. Oh yeah? Did you just catch that on my... You sneaky bugger! This is crazy, I'm getting them some lures, getting them some nice spoons to try, and Ben steals my rod and look what he's done. He's dropped it down and jiggled as you take it up, they're hitting it. There's, got him on. Well, I reckon we'd be pushing 40 bass. Definitely. We're all on the spoons now, giving them a go. They just started really producing well. Been a bit of a mixture all morning, tail spinners and spoons, but just this little session at the moment, they're going all right. Not a bad bass, nice chunky one. There you go. Got a mate. Bit crooked. Ow, to the left of that before. Gold one. On your car. Right from the word go. I like it when they do that. Fighting like a catfish, look at it. You reckon? I don't know. It's heavy. Oh.